Hey y'all, what is up? This is Rosie, and I wanted to do a quick, hopefully it'll be quick, review of the sci-fi television series Chucky. I am a huge Chucky fan. I loved Child's Play since it came out in 1988. I was about 11, 12 years old when it came out, and I have been a fan ever since. The only one of the series of the movies that I don't really care for is number 3. I didn't like that one too much, but all the rest of them were very fun and enjoyable to watch. And this series is no different. So the series started on, I think it was October 12th, and I happened to catch it by chance. I was watching a video on YouTube about Child's Play, and they happened to mention when the show was starting and everything, and then I searched on the internet for the channel that SYFY was on because I don't watch the SYFY Channel initially, and so I had to figure out what channel SYFY was on so I could watch Chucky. And I found it in the nick of time. Like, I found it just before the show started, and it starts off with this kid in a neighborhood, and he goes to a garage sale, and his name is Jake, and he finds a Chucky doll, and he takes it home, and while he's taking it home, he listens to a podcast. And as soon as he gets the doll home, of course it looks like a normal doll. And then next thing you know, his cat who was pawing at Chucky disappears. So the cat was the first victim. I'm not going to give away everything that happened in the series because I want you all to watch it for yourselves. But Chucky wreaked some havoc in Hackensack, New Jersey. There are 4 kids. There's Jake, who I already mentioned, his cousin Junior, his girlfriend Lexi, and then their mutual friend Devin. Devin's mom is a cop, and like I said, I don't want to give away too much, and I can't really tell a lot of what happens without giving away spoilers. And I already gave away one spoiler: the cat dies. So I'm not going to give away very much. I'm just going to say that this series was fun as hell to watch. It takes kind of a few weeks for the other OGs of the series to show up, but they do show up, and when they do, it is wild. It takes you into the backstory of Charles Lee Ray and shows you how he started killing and what happened to him after. And and then you see Tiffany and Nika and of course Andy. I love Andy. And then you see Kyle, who is Andy's foster sister, and they go out on the road looking for Chucky dolls, and they kill them. So there's another spoiler there. And like I said, I don't want to give away too much because there are a lot of surprises in this series that I think if you are an OG Child's Play Chucky fan like me, you are going to love it so much. I mean, just stuff that just made me smile because it was so brilliant. And it's from the mind of Don Mancini, who basically started doing the movies as a labor of love, just as the cast did. Brad Dourif, who is the voice of Chucky, he does this as a labor of love. I mean, and you can tell that they love this show, they love this series, and I love them for it. I love that they did this series, and I don't know how long it's going to go, but the season finale of it was Tuesday of last week, or Tuesday of this week, rather. It's Friday now. And it was an emotional roller coaster for me this whole season. As soon as I got addicted and emotionally invested in the characters, it just goes left and stuff happens that make me want to cry. Stuff happened that enraged me because, of course, Chucky's gonna piss you off. And oh man, I can't wait to see what season 2 is going to be like. But I'm also just glad to have a break from that because, like I said, emotional roller coaster, just like freaking AHS. And for those of you who don't know, I might as well do a bit of a review here too for them. American Horror Story. I have the first 9 seasons of American Horror Story on DVD, and I have yet to watch those. I have not watched them yet. Not even an episode. I'm just being completely honest. But season 10 was the first time I watched it, and it was a double feature. The first one was kind of confusing because you didn't know what was going on. But I was stoked for this season for the past, I guess, 2 years because Macaulay Culkin was in it. And I absolutely loved his performance. And then, of course, Evan Peters came back this season. He wasn't in season 9. He sat that one out, but he came back for season 10. But he was only on the first half of season 10. And I'm going to tell you, from the first episode to the last, I was just invested. So season 10 starts off with the first of the double feature of this family that consists of a dad who is like a screenwriter, the mom who's an interior decorator or designer, their daughter who is a brilliant violinist and a prodigy. And it starts off weird because you just don't know what's happening. The mom, she's pregnant, and it is just I don't want to give away too much here either. But Macaulay Culkin is basically kind of like I don't guess he's homeless because he stays in this house that looks like it's been abandoned or something. And he is an aspiring writer. And then you come up on these 2 famous writers. One is a playwright, played by Evan Peters, and the other is a novelist. And I don't want to tell you how they get their talent or their passion or whatever, but it's let's just say the way that they get it doesn't work for everyone. For the ones that it works for, it makes them even more brilliant and brings out their talents even more. But they have to keep doing it in order to keep those talents going. And then for the people that it doesn't work for, it doesn't end very well for them. And so that one was emotionally exhausting for me. And then there's season 2, or double feature 2. Double feature 2. And that one had to do with aliens. That's all I feel I could say. It had to do with aliens. And it takes you back and forth from like the 50s and 60s to present day to tell you how the aliens kind of invaded the earth and what happened. Because some of this stuff, if you are a conspiracy theorist and pay attention, then you may have heard some of this stuff before, like aliens made some kind of a deal with Dwight D. Eisenhower. And so that was something that I've heard before. But if you pay attention to stuff like that, then it won't be a surprise. It won't come as a surprise. But a lot of what happened does, and they did it so brilliantly. I'm not going to give it away. Like I said, I keep saying that because I don't want to give any spoilers. I want you to be as shocked as I was. But when you watch it, oh my Lord, you are in for a ride. I got as emotionally invested in the characters well, maybe not as invested, but I was pretty invested in these characters. So when what happened to them happened, it was just like draining for me. And I really enjoyed AHS, American Horror Story, and I can't wait for season 11. I don't know what it's going to bring, I don't know what's going to happen, but I am on pins and needles. Season 10 this year started on August 25th. And then, like, as soon as that was over, no, they played like simultaneously with Chucky for a week or two. And then when AHS was over, I just had Chucky to concentrate on. And so I'm like glad to have a bit of a break, an emotional break from these shows. But they were both so thrilling to watch. I am a horror fan to my very heart. I love horror movies, and my mom brought me up on horror, actually. And so to watch them like fed something to me. I don't have Netflix anymore, and so it was just like giving me something that I felt I needed, and I loved it. And if you are a horror fan, then and you haven't watched season 10 of American Horror Story, or if you haven't watched Chucky yet, I suggest you look for them where they're streaming and watch the hell out of those shows. You will enjoy them. I know I did. But anyway, that's just my opinion. Anyway, I'm gonna go from here, you guys. Give this a, well, first of all, share what you think in the comments. Give this a like and subscribe. I would appreciate it very much. And share this video. And thank you so much for wasting time with me. I love you guys very, very much. Hope to see y'all on the next upload. Bye for now.